I've been a cowboy as long as I can remember. It wasn't until they brought the cameras that they started calling me actor. Since 1903, the cowboy has appeared on the silver screen. The same grit and reliability that works for us on set is what we depend on every day. Products that are tough. After all, this is our legacy.
All right, everybody. I'm here with Pete Fulgham, who's the founder and the owner of O3 Omega, which is a horse supplement that I've been using since I met him for all of our horses. Pete, tell us a little bit about why in the world did you come up with a horse supplement?
Well, Taylor, I was very familiar with the mechanically extruded soybean. I was trying to find out whether the meal was very marketable to the organic chicken layers, but the byproduct was an oil, and I needed to figure out something to do with the oil. And I had horses, and I did some experimentation, sent some stuff to Texas A&M, did a little research, and they said, well, you know, it needs to be a little bit more omega-3 rich instead of omega-6 rich, and so we added fish oil, tried to do algae, and we were trying to come out with the most economic way to add omega-3s to the product so you could help horses with inflammation and whatnot. But really developed it for my own horses and had no idea I was going to take it to the market, but it just worked so well, and there was an opportunity, and it's just been an amazing product. And
well, we use it, and I noticed, of course, anytime that you're adding something like that, you expect to see an improvement in the coat, in the skin. But you also, especially in Texas, if anyone's feeding coastal, which is such a dry, I like to put it right on any hay. I don't feed coastal because I'm too worried about, now the coastal farmers are going to kill me, but I'm too worried about colic. But we put it on the alfalfa, just squirt it right on them. And we noticed less digestive issues. I don't know if that's something that you guys do, but our rate of colic went down in the barn just by our use of that. So yeah, we've been using it religiously at Bosque ever since I first met you. And at that time, for those that don't know, he just gave me about 5 gallons of it. We just started squirting it on everything in the barn. I'm like, man, this stuff's great.
It's been a fun adventure developing the product and going into, the guys and Run for a Million, Andrea Fapani, Jason Van Landingham. I've got a lot of the really good riders that sought our product out because they saw what it did with your horses, and thank you for promoting that for me. But it helps with gut issues. Your hair coat's nothing but an indicator of good health. It grows unbelievable hoof. Yep. Mindset of a horse, they calm down, they focus, and it gives them a lot of calm calories, energy, fat. It's all about good fat, bad fat, and cell function. My product is actually the healthiest fat you can feed a horse, and I've got 13 U.S. and international patents on the product. It's the only product on the market that uses mechanically extruded soybean oil that has all the plant sterols, flavonoids, flavonones in there. Soy gets a bad rap sometimes, but it's because of the way that it's been extracted. And it's most of all the fat that goes in these animal feeds is all chemically extracted. It's hydrogenated, and it's sort of like your horse eating at McDonald's every meal of their life. They get fat and pretty, and then they start having a multitude of problems. But and my product cleanses the cell walls with the antioxidants, and then provides the perfect fat for cell function. And the body, your body, my body, a horse, a dog, a walrus, it doesn't matter. A mammal is a mammal, and 85% of that cell membrane is made up of fat. And if it's good fat, nutrients get in, waste gets out, you have proper cell function. And years ago, you didn't hear a lot about Cushing's disease, or you didn't hear a lot about anhydrosis, but it's when they started promoting these high-fat diets. It caused a lot of problems because it was all chemically extracted hydrogenated fats, and fat could go rancid in the body just like it can in a jug, and that keeps cells from communicating. And it's really more common sense than it is science, but the product works.
Let's explain for people that don't know when we sit here and say it's not hydrogenated, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when you hydrogenate an oil, essentially you're heating it beyond 800 degrees Fahrenheit, you're breaking it down, you're sterilizing it, you're killing everything in it so that it will last an indefinite period of time. Explain the issues with that to the body, because it's essentially creating a carcinogen when you do it. Am I right?
Exactly. But it starts beyond hydrogenation process. It starts when they chemically extract. They drop soybeans in a big vat, and they put hexane and acetone on it.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
Yeah, it sounds real healthy. And it makes a slurry. And this is the way 98% of the oil that that goes in animal feeds is produced. And it cooks off a meal, but what it does, it kills all the enzymes that keep oil from going rancid. It kills all the beneficials. It just makes an oil, a fat. All right, and to keep that oil from going rancid, they have to hydrogenate it. And so my oil is all mechanically extruded. It doesn't go over 190 degrees. It goes through a cold press, and you get a hot meal, and you get an oil out. And that oil is just loaded with phytosterols, polyphenols, been all the beneficials that you get out of soy that people don't really know that are there, because most all the soy oil in the world is chemically extracted.
So that's essentially the same process as olive oil.
Exactly. Well, the cold pressed olive oil,
yeah.
but they are chemically extracted. Yes. It is, my product is the healthiest fat you can feed your horse.
We started using it at Bosque, and then once, now I've got 4 trainers over there, and we've got 100-something horses on it. The proof's in the pudding. There's a bunch of them showing here.
Exactly. So, that's what I've always said, proof's in the pudding. I've got several of the reiners now since I've gotten involved in the reining business, and that's, you've helped me out with that tremendously, introducing me to some people, and through the sponsorship of the Run for a Million, I've picked up some really strong competitors here that are using product on at least 50 horses a month.
Yep.
And I mean, it's a phenomenal product. And it's glad that the trainers have been educated enough. It all goes back to you are what you eat, no matter where you are, a human or a horse, you are exactly what you eat. And I know that you're a big proponent of health and eating healthy and working out, but our products help at the cellular level to really help a horse do what it would do naturally if he was grazing on fresh green grass every day and he was not working hard. But our vitamin E products, when these horses are working out just like an athlete, it helps them.
They are athletes, and an athlete's diet is going to be different than just a regular person's diet. It doesn't mean if you own just a horse that you go ride out on the weekends, you still need to take care of it as best you can. But for these athletes, the elite athletes that are shown here, it's essential. You have to maximize their performance in every way, and there's only 3 ways you could do it: diet, therapy, and exercise. That's it, right?
Exactly.
So, and diet being the most important. You ask any bodybuilder in the world, they'll tell you it's 80% diet, 20% exercise. And it's the same with these horses, which at the end of the day are 1,100-pound bodybuilders. If you think about it, really, it's what they look like these days.
Well, it helps them. These athletes, they work hard, and our product, especially with the vitamin E product, we've got and we use all natural D alpha tocopherol vitamin E in our products. it helps the recovery just immensely. And the stress that a horse, when you haul a horse from Scottsdale, Texas to Vegas to all over the country showing, we've seen that the stress has been tremendously reduced using our product. You pull a horse off the trailer and they're relatively fresh instead of exhausted, but they have calm calories, calm energy, and there's just a lot of benefits that you get that when it works at a cellular level like that. There's just a tremendous amount of.
Where can people get it? If they're not already giving it to their horses, where do they get it?
Well, they can order it online, 03animalhealth.com. Farm Vet's one of my largest customers, Snyder's. We sell it online direct. You just Google 03 Animal Health. Equine Omega Complete is probably my main product. We do have an anhydrosis product that I'd have to say is probably the #1 product in the world for treatment of anhydrosis. Usually it works in 2, 3, or 4 days, getting a horse back sweating once they shut down. A lot of products on the market that may or may not work over a short period of time, but mine usually works. And then we have another catalyst product, Equine Omega Cleanse, and it works kind of a catalyst with sweat product to kind of cleanse those cell walls a little faster, and it's loaded with antioxidants and Himalayan sea salt and a lot of different little things that
horses eat better than we do.
That's right.
Well, Pete, thank you for being one of the first sponsors of Run for a Million, and thank you for introducing me to your product, and thanks for sticking with us and supporting us, and we're happy to do the same with you.
Well, thank you so much, Taylor, for your friendship and all the fun times that we've had together, and thank you for helping me promote my product, and thank you for what you've done for the horse industry. It's been amazing to see the progress.
It's been my great pleasure to do it. Pete, thank you very much.
Thank you, Taylor. Always great to see you.